Have you ever noticed that the people who work the hardest to save every single penny rarely end up truly wealthy? From a young age, we are taught the exact same formula. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save your money, and get out of debt. But here is a hard, uncomfortable truth for anyone trying to build a business. Saving your way to wealth is an obsolete idea. The 1% who control the majority of wealth understand a fundamental universal concept called the law of increase. They know that to accumulate massive wealth, you must first circulate it. Why do most people instinctively hoard their resources? It comes down to a middle-class mindset that desperately craves security and a steady paycheck. But hoarding money out of fear actually destroys your wealth. Financial educator Robert Kiyosaki points out that when governments are printing trillions of dollars, savers are losers and cash is trash. The banking system doesn't even want your saved money anymore, which is why they charge you interest just to hold it. By gripping your cash tightly, you are getting slowly crushed by inflation and taxes. I want you to think about the physical act of breathing. You simply cannot take your next breath until you fully exhale the one you currently hold. You have to enter into a continuous rhythm of giving to receive. This principle is deeply rooted in the law of vibration. Everything in our universe, including yourself and your money, is essentially energy manifesting in different vibrational states. When you withhold your resources out of fear or stinginess, you are operating on a low, negative, vibrational frequency. The law of attraction dictates that like attracts like. If you focus on what you don't want, like staring at a mountain of debt and feeling terrible about it, that is the exact magnetic signal you are putting out into the world. The universe is incredibly obedient. It hears that scarcity frequency and responds by giving you more debt and more lack. For solo creators, the real barrier to monumental growth isn't a lack of talent, it's a weak internal economy. When you make the leap into entrepreneurship, you have to realize that being an entrepreneur is a mindset first. Taking a traditional paycheck makes you an employee in your mind, turning you into a slave to money. When you lose that guaranteed paycheck, you get hungrier, smarter, and you truly find out who you are when you have nothing. Too many self-employed individuals operate with a poor mindset, seeing a bad external economy everywhere because their personal, internal economy is weak. A real entrepreneur has an internal focus and knows they control their own destiny. If they fall down, they view it as a necessary stepping stone to go even higher. To step into true abundance, you must demand more for yourself. As you learn to navigate this journey, you must let yourself hope for outrageously wonderful things and ask the universe to let the blessings pour into your experience. How do you practically circulate to accumulate? It starts with aggressively investing in yourself and your abilities. There is a universal rule known as the law of paying the price. Simply stated, if you want something in life, you must pay the price for it. Nothing is free, and the higher the quality of the outcome you desire, the higher the price you need to pay. You cannot simply wish for better communication skills, a highly profitable channel, or a thriving business. You have to put in the hard work and financial resources to develop those muscles. You cannot pay someone else to do your own push-ups for you. Circulating your energy into mastering communication is crucial, as words are only 7% of your overall communication from one person to another. The rest is your body language, your visual presence, and your auditory tone, which all combine to influence your audience. By intentionally putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and speaking to people in positions of authority, You break through mental blocks and expand your capabilities. Circulate your time, your energy, and your capital into your own continuous development. Let's look at two practical examples of circulating to accumulate. First, observe how the ultra-wealthy handle their capital. When a wealthy entrepreneur makes $1 million, they don't stick it in a savings account where it stagnates. They immediately circulate that wealth by investing it into tangible assets like real estate. They often leverage bank money at a 4-to-1 ratio, turning that 1 million into 4 million. They understand that debt and taxes can actually be used to make the rich richer rather than poorer. Second, look at the massive power of giving value away. Consider the innovative company Free Water, which literally gives away premium spring water for free. By circulating free, high-quality value to the public, they attract advertisers who happily pay for the packaging real estate. Furthermore, they donate 10 cents per water to charities that build wells in Africa. They aren't hoarding, they have created a massive, free-flowing ecosystem of value that naturally accumulates into a profitable and impactful business. Your life is a physical manifestation of the exact thoughts and feelings that go on in your head. Your feelings act as a real-time feedback mechanism to tell you if you are on track or off track. If you want to increase your wealth, build a massive audience, or create lasting impact, you must stop operating from a mindset of stinginess and scarcity. A thought has a measurable frequency, and if you constantly imagine building that successful company, you are emitting a frequency that draws it to you. Start circulating your substance. Invest in that new equipment, pay for the course that upgrades your skills, and give immense, undeniable value to your audience without constantly holding back. The universe will correspond to the nature of your inner feeling and manifest it into reality.